Is the UK still recruiting health and care workers from Africa, or have the UK stopped the recruitment of health and care workers from Africa? This has been the questions in a lot of you mind. I mean, most of you have come to me regarding these same questions, asking if it's true the UK has stopped recruiting or if it's just a rumor. Guys, I've always said I will never come here to give an update without doing a proper research about what I'm going to say or about the questions being asked. Now, regarding the UK's health and care visa and all of the new happenings surrounding this, I would be discussing it in today's video. If you would be interested to know the recent updates about UK's health and care visa, then keep on watching. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in. Please do not forget to give this video a very big fat like, and as you do so, may God bless you. The news about the UK hiring or not hiring overseas healthcare assistant has been going on for some weeks now. I mean, a lot of people have been panicking, leaving me questions, trying to call me, trying to reach me. Guys, it's all but a rumor. Yes, everything is a rumor. As a matter of fact, the UK is very much still in the business of hiring overseas workers, of recruiting international applicants, especially those coming into the UK to offer their services as a care worker. However, there is a new development regarding the UK health and care visa and its recruitment. And this development, I would say, is a sad one. So please prepare your mind before you watch this video till the end. Guys, a lot of visas have now been denied. A lot of visas are being denied left and right, back and front. And this is so shocking because prior to this, once you get the COS, known as the Certificate of Sponsorship, once you see a company willing to sponsor you into the UK, automatically you get the UK visa. As a matter of fact, once someone gets a company, care home, willing to bring them into the UK, they go to church giving testimony, they become very excited and the rest. But now, having the COS doesn't equal you having the care visa anymore. And this is because of what is going on in the UK. I mean, a lot of people, especially we Africans, I'm talking about we Africans today. I don't want to call Nigeria, I don't want to call Ghana or Zimbabwe, but I'm just going to generalize this because I think this is for everyone, not just a particular country. Most people come here now and leave a very bad footprint. I posted something on my YouTube community about 2 days ago saying that I put a call through to a care home asking if they are recruiting from Africa. And before this, I saw on their website that indeed they are hiring with visa sponsorship. They said hiring with visa sponsorship overseas applicants. But when I put a call through to this care company, they told me point blank they are hiring, but they are not hiring Nigerians. To be precise, they said they are hiring, but their application is not open to Nigerians. I went on to ask them what is happening, why is not open to Nigeria, or is this like a discrimination or so on. They refused to go into details, but I got an impression that most of us have come here, like I said, and left a very bad footprint. Like I do tell myself, which I'll be telling you guys today, wherever you go, don't see it like you are going there just for yourself alone. See it that like you're going there to represent every other person. You're going there to represent the Black community. How will they talk about you when you eventually leave that place? You coming into that place, would it bring an open door for other Black people to come in? But most of us, we don't put this in mind. We go there, we misbehave. And it's so sad that when one person does this, the other people are being affected. One bad egg will spoil the other eggs. So now I'm not going to be blaming the UK company, UK agency anymore, UK care homes. for practically stopping their applications to Africans. I'm in the UK, I'm seeing everything that is going on, and I can tell you I'm actually very sad about all the recent happenings. It's not a good one. It doesn't speak well about us, about me in particular. I'm a strong believer, of we Africans, because I feel no matter where we go, we tend to be successful. But what is happening now, guys? It's a question I'm asking everyone looking at me today. I've come here, I've given updates why you shouldn't pay for health and care visa. I've also given updates of what some black people go to these care homes to do. So it's gonna be like a lesson to every one of you intending coming into the UK very soon. But most of you don't like to watch that video. In fact, you skip that video. You don't want to see it. You don't want to hear the truth. You only want me to come here and post job links to this care home so you can go and apply immediately without preparing yourself. As a matter of fact, I think I already told myself I will stop anything about coming here to post care jobs and the rest, because it seems like I'm also a contributor of all of these bad things that is now happening in the UK. Guys, it's a sad one. Now, the UK Home Office is denying people visa, like I said. They are denying people visa because of the reports these managers in the care homes, companies or agencies are feeding them back. Because of the reports they are seeing online, and because of the reports some of them have to deal with firsthand. I mean, I posted something on my TikTok a few days ago talking about the care job, UK care job, and opening opportunities and vacancy for people to come and apply. And a particular comment stuck with me. And this comment read that I am not in any way not supportive of Africans coming into the UK to work. However, they are coming here with no experience at all, which most of us have to deal with in a very bad way. This man went on to say that, in fact, his mother in a care home had to suffer this lack of experience. Guys, when people say, go and volunteer, go and volunteer, go and volunteer, a lot of you don't want to hear this. You all just want to apply for a job and pray till what time you want to come into the UK. Preparing yourself, it's not a bad idea. Preparing yourself, being patient, it's not a bad idea. Take the time out. Give yourself, okay, 1 year, 6 months. I'm going to do my training courses online. 6 months, I'm going to volunteer. And I know when I'm coming here, I will give in all of my best. See, these recruiters recruiting you, they are not foolish. It's not easy bringing out a huge sum of amount to bring people out of Africa into the UK only for them to come and misbehave. And one thing I've come to learn is that these recruiters work together. They know themselves. Okay? So for an instance, recruiter A recruited a particular set of people from Nigeria, from a particular community or state in Nigeria, and they start misbehaving. Recruiter A will go and tell recruiter B, don't go to that side anymore. They are not the one for you. They didn't give in all of their best. They weren't really good with their job. And not only being good with their job, some of us have nasty attitude. Guys, I'm saying this unapologetical. I've come across some of us, and I can tell you, even me, like I do call myself their sister, experienced that nasty attitude from them in a bad way. We come here, we start behaving like we know everything. We start behaving like we're above the world. We don't want to put our head down. We don't want to stay focused. We are not ready to learn. Someone left a comment on my channel this morning saying, I only come here to post job link, but I don't tell people how to prepare. And I could tell for a fact that person was just coming to my channel for the first time. Because if you know me very well, I always come here, give tips, processes, how to get these jobs, how to prepare for these jobs. Now, what is going on is that instead of these recruiters to go and employ from Africa, they take that same money to go and hire from India. When you come here, the number of caregivers are from India now. They've populated the whole of the UK, Northern Ireland, England, Wales, everywhere. They've populated the whole of the UK. At first, I got angry about this, because I like to support our African people. I got angry about this and I asked a particular recruiter, is it that you guys stop recruiting from Africa or you don't want to recruit from Africa anymore because of cheap labor? She looked at me and she laughed. I was so pissed, like, oh, this is just cheap labor. Why are the Indians taking up all of the jobs when it could be spread all around to every continent? I was calling them cheap labor and being gullible. But I came to understand them and I came to study them that this isn't cheap labor at all, because that same amount of money a recruiter would use to recruit from Africa is the same the recruiter will use to go to India to recruit. It's the same money they will pay for the visa. It's practically the same, no differences. So I asked myself, what is really going on here? What is really happening? And I came to understand that the Indians are willing to give in all of their best, 101%. I have some of them as my colleague, and I can tell you, as a matter of fact, that I've never seen one of them misbehave. This is the truth. If you come and meet them like, oh, Rema, I didn't like what you do. You could have done this. Well, look, so okay. Oh, thank you for letting me know. I will do it next time properly. Oh, thank you. That was such a good information. Thank you for letting me know. But you go and tell some of our African people this, they will flare up like, oh, they're telling me what to do now. We start calling racist, 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 because it's not so difficult for us to start using the arrow word. We love it so much. Any small thing racist. They try to tell you what to do, how to do it properly. We call them racist. So all of this information have gotten down to the UK immigration and the UK Home Office, and they are denying people visa. Before you come into the UK now with a care visa, it's like a hot cake. Nothing like jubilation again. Once you get your COS, go on your knees, start praying, because that doesn't qualify you to come into the UK or get a care visa. Once you get your COS, start praying, because the questions you will face at the point of entry now is like you stole, or it's like you committed a very big crime. They will interrogate you. I have some people who came into the UK recently with this health and care visa, and they were like, "Sis, I won't believe the kind of questions that was asked to them." I wrote some of them down, which I'll be sharing to every one of you today. Hearing those questions, I myself was shocked, like, Omo, just for health and care visa, or coming here to offer our services, are asking this kind of question like we stole. But I don't blame them. Oh. I don't blame them. We like to come here and blame the UK government and say, oh, this, that, while life is too much, or Zeba, this and that. But I don't blame them, in as much as they want us very much. In as much as they want these services, they have to protect themselves, they have to protect their economy and the rest of it. Then talking about why you shouldn't come into the UK without a first-hand experience in caregiving. Before this, a lot of care companies make advertisements saying, oh, no experience needed, you can apply for this job, you can apply, because they were in desperate need as a last year when this visa was newly launched, because the shortages in the UK was something else. Even though the shortages isn't filled yet, but a lot of them do not want to go into that trouble anymore of recruiting people without any experience. Now, I'm not saying go and get about a year or 2 years experience, but try to gather as much or as little experience as you can get. Volunteer, volunteer, guys, volunteer, volunteer, volunteer. It will pay you. And some people come here, they don't have this experience, they get sacked, and once you get sacked, your visa gets revoked. It's only a few that will immediately get a sponsor willing to sponsor them. And those few, when you check them very well, they already have experiences, or they are very good in what they do. But unfortunately, that's happened to them. So a lot of them get revoked, and they get deported back to Nigeria. As a matter of fact, now, guys, another thing that is happening is that most people are being turned back from the point of entry. I know of a couple whose husband got this health and care visa and decided to relocate to the UK with his wife. At the point of entering, guys, I was expecting them to come into the UK. But at the point of entry, they said to me they were turned back because they couldn't answer some questions, they couldn't provide some evidence. Not because they paid for this job, no, but because they weren't prepared, but because it showed that they weren't really skilled in what they are coming to do. You are not skilled, you want to offer something you really don't know about. So, guys, I don't want to come here and start preaching because most times I feel like when I come here to preach, you guys don't want to listen to all of them. But trust me, those that have ear, we hear. But please, no matter where you are, try to give in your best, not because of you, but because of those people coming in after you. Now, the questions being asked by the UK immigration officer at the point of entry is that number one, could you provide any prior or relevant skill to the role you are coming to do? Talking about skill, this is where the care certification comes in. Now, when you do those courses online, you settle down, you do those courses online with all of your mind, no matter what, you will learn one or two from all those that would be taught to you online. That is where those skills come in. But even some of us, when we are doing those courses online, we are just praying to finish, scrolling fast, fast, just to finish it and get done with it and attach it to our CV and start applying for jobs. Like I do say, the patient dogs eat the fattest bone. Patience is a virtue. Everything is a step at a time. Everything in life is a step at a time. So it's being sad. Now it's not that the UK has stopped recruiting, but they are denying people visa. Guys, I've never heard of this before. Except maybe you are coming into the UK, you are coming to visit, and you're not proving the right source of your visitation and everything, they will deny your visa. But coming into the UK as a health and care worker, I've never heard it before until recently, which started this year, January. I've been hearing this news, but I didn't want to be in an ace to come and share this. But now it's like water don't pass Gary, it's too much. I need to make all of you know, especially those preparing, sincerely preparing. There's some out there now watching me who are sincerely preparing for all of this. But because the bad one have come here and trash everywhere or are shit in the church, like we do say in Nigeria, these good ones are not finding it difficult. Even earnestly putting in all of the good works, applying for jobs, studying, preparing, and everything, they're finding it difficult to get even one job now. Guys, it's very sad. It's very sad. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still saying it again. If I would come here again, posting job links to care home. I don't want to be a contributor to all of these bad happenings. So I don't know if I will be doing it. When I started doing this whole YouTube stuff, coming here to post jobs links and the rest of it, coming here to share jobs updates, I was so excited. So excited doing this. So excited knowing fully where I'm helping one or two person out there. So excited getting all of these testimonies. But now I can't even feel that excitement anymore. And one thing about me, I'm a very passionate person. I cannot do anything without a passion for it. I cannot. That is me. If you know me very well, I'm a very passionate person. I cannot do anything without any passion. I have a very high energy, buzzing. That is the way I am. So it doesn't excite me anymore coming here to post job links just because I want to post on YouTube. It doesn't excite me, and it's so sad. Question number two that has now been asked, or that is now being asked by this UK immigration officer, is that evidence of hired employment in any relevant skill to the role you are coming to do. What does this mean? Which evidence have you gathered in an hired space? This is where the voluntary comes in now. We're not saying, oh, you should go and look for any company that will hire you as a nurse or as a care assistant or as a nursing assistant, blah, blah, blah. But if you volunteer, you surely get or gather some experiences from that higher space. That is the hospital, the care facility, the care home you are going to volunteer. But most people don't do it. As a matter of fact, someone asked me, had the guts to ask me if I know anyone willing to stand as a reference for him, that he will pay the person just for the person to say, oh, he or she came to my care home or hospital to volunteer. I was the supervisor. Can you imagine? We Africans, we like short things in life. We want to maneuver everything in life. It's not funny. It's sad. So these are the two questions now being asked, guys. Now tell yourself before you start applying for job or before you continue, ask yourself, am I really prepared? Or do I want to come here after 2 months and being kicked back to Nigeria? What shame would that bring to me? So ask yourself. And I know, like I said, I know there's some genuine ones out there really giving in everything to get those jobs. And I pray that if you're out there, you are watching me, you are genuine. Soon enough, you would come here and you will get the best of best. So guys, let's do better. Let's do better, please.